The thunder of artillery shook the earth as French and British forces dug in, desperately holding the line against the seemingly unstoppable German advance. It was September 1914, and the fate of Paris, and perhaps all of France, hung in the balance. The Germans had surged through Belgium and northern France, following the infamous Schlieffen Plan, aiming for a swift victory. But just as they seemed poised to take the French capital, the Allies launched a bold counteroffensive on the banks of the Marne River, setting the stage for one of World War I's most pivotal battles. Welcome to History in a Hurry. I'm Professor Malcolm Mazur, and in this episode we will learn about the Battle of Marne during World War I. The First Battle of the Marne, fought from September 6 to 12, 1914, was a turning point in the early months of World War I. The German army, following their carefully orchestrated invasion plan, had pushed deep into France after overwhelming Belgium. Their goal was to encircle and crush the French and British forces, capturing Paris and ending the war in a matter of weeks. However, logistical difficulties, exhaustion, and stiff Allied resistance began to slow their advance. Crucially, German forces under General Alexander von Kluck veered eastward instead of following the original plan, exposing a vulnerable gap in their lines, a mistake that would cost them dearly. French commander General Joseph Joffre, known for his calm and strategic mind, seized the opportunity. With intelligence from aerial reconnaissance, one of the first major uses of aircraft for warfare, the Allies identified the weakness in the German right flank. Joffre ordered a massive counterattack, with reinforcements rushed to the front by any means necessary. In one of the most famous moments of the battle, thousands of French troops were ferried to the front in Parisian taxicabs, a symbol of national unity and urgency. This unprecedented mobilization helped the Allies press their attack. The battle raged along a 150-mile front, stretching across the Marne River. The British Expeditionary Force, BEF, under Sir John French, played a crucial role in hammering the German right wing, while the French armies struck across the river, engaging in fierce combat. The Germans, caught off guard and unable to consolidate their position, were forced to retreat. This marked the first major Allied victory of the war, halting the German advance and shattering their hopes of a quick, decisive victory. The retreating Germans fell back nearly 40 miles to a more defensible position along the Aisne River, where they began to dig trenches, an ominous precursor to the brutal trench warfare that would define the next 4 years of the conflict. While the Allies had successfully saved Paris, they failed to decisively defeat the Germans, leading to a long and grueling war of attrition. The battle had exposed the devastating power of modern weaponry, as machine guns, heavy artillery, and mass infantry charges led to catastrophic casualties on both sides. The Battle of the Marne was not just a military engagement. It was a moment that reshaped World War I. Germany's failure to win a swift victory meant that the war would drag on, turning into a prolonged and bloody stalemate. The battle also demonstrated the importance of mobility, reconnaissance, and quick decision-making, elements that would play a role in later campaigns. By the time the fighting ended, over 500,000 soldiers had been killed, wounded, or gone missing. The sheer scale of destruction stunned the world, signaling that this war would be unlike any before it. The failure of the Schlieffen Plan forced Germany to fight a two-front war against both France and Russia, ultimately stretching its resources thin and contributing to its eventual defeat in 1918. Though overshadowed by later battles such as Verdun and the Somme, the First Battle of the Marne remains one of the most significant clashes of World War I. It was a battle where quick thinking, bravery, and sheer determination altered the course of history, ensuring that the war would not end in 1914, but would continue into one of the deadliest conflicts the world had ever seen. Thanks for racing through history with us on History in a Hurry. If you enjoyed today's quick dive into the past, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a fast-paced trip through time. Please reply in the comments with ideas for our next history lesson. See you in the next one.